Alrighty, sorry for the delay. This is K4PW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. I was still having complications from the surgery I gave to my wiring system the other day, and I didn't confirm that they were all. I thought they were all back online, and they weren't. I should be getting audio on the site. Want a confirmation on that?
I'm listening.
Sorry for the delay. It's K4PW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio.
You got it.
Yeah, I got that too. All right, very good. Hang one more second. Figure out what I'm doing yet. Always got to have a little glitch at the front end of this. I don't know. There we go. Okay, hold on one sec. There we go. I'm going to put myself in the middle. How's that? All right, for those of you who can see that, what's going on here. This is K4PUW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net, starting only 5 minutes later. So, due to a station engineer is drunk again. This is, as you know, we do. Holy crap, I'm dropping things all over the place. Good evening. My name is Paul. If there's any emergency, it would have already been said, so I'm going to leave it at that. If there is an emergency, call 911, or we'll do it for you if you just tell us where you are and what's wrong. You can, for information on that, you go to YouTube right now, and you can see how goofy things have been set up for you here. Let's see if I got everything set up. We got my audio, we got that and that. We should be good, I think. Yeah, I think we are. All right. Where was it? Oh yeah, you go to YouTube, put my call K4PEW in there, and you'll see a live feed going on in there if you want to look at that. And because of the YouTube, you can hear other stations you might not normally hear. So you're hearing both sides of the conversation rather than just me if you're not hearing the other party. You can also go to 146.415.net for Simplex information. You can go to groups.io. And put in MJSS in their search block for joining the net and see or just see our net schedule. There's 200 or so people on the group. Great place for technical information and reminder for the nets. We normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. And of course, tonight we're starting a net on 146.415.net. That's 146.415.net, which I'm sure you already figured out, since if you can't hear me, you wouldn't know that. The net starts, we're doing from there, we're going to 446.415 upper sideband, and then we're going to go to 50.135 upper sideband, and then forward and onward to the somewhat secret frequency 223.415. I heard, it's funny, I don't think they copied us. Somebody else did that same thing. They said they had a secret a secret net on 220. It was another part of the country. I don't remember where I read it even. Anyway, is there anybody? Let's go for announcements. Person does have fun. I'm going to leave it at that. Do we have any announcements besides the Sunday night net at 7:30 p.m. with Michael KM4YRF on 28.415, where it starts there and then moves on to 29.415 on FM, and then over to 29.250 on C4 FM. The only tri-frequency, well, actually, tri-frequency, tri-mode band in the free world that I'm aware of. Anyway, be there, 7:30 p.m., 28.415, where it starts on upper sideband. Hope to hear you there. Any other announcements? Cave City's dead, so that's the end of that. We're probably, if you have been to Cave City, let us know if it was any good. All right, I got announcements. Well, then we're going to go ahead and get started. If there's no announcements and no other information, we're going to go to, we are going to be starting from the north, but first we're going to be checking in short on time, mobile, or first time check-ins. Well, we got a bunch of them in there. I heard probably 4, but Rick, I hear you in there. You doing all right? Good to see you this morning.
Everybody this morning.
All right, very good. Yep. Yeah. Well, right when you can come back when you can stay longer.
Oh, good. Yeah, I've been a little distressed today, man. My shoulder was giving me crap for some reason. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't sit there any longer, man. I hate to leave.
Oh, well, I know what you're saying. I'm glad I don't have. I've had those problems, but not now.
Well, I'm glad you don't, man. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Well, thanks for what you do, man.
All right, very good. That's Rick in West Ashland City, KN4TJF. I heard Richard. I heard you in there with KI4SIB and KI4SOR. Got you in there. You doing okay, Richard? You going to come visit us at Breckford someday?
I'm going to work on that very hard. I hope I make it to the next what that is. But, yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Good to greet everybody. And just want to say hello. Take care. God bless you all. And I'll talk to you again. Yeah,
yeah, very good. That was Richard, KI4SIB, and his bride, KI4SOR, Stephanie, and they're in the Lebanon vicinity. There was another party in there. Who was it?
Where?
No, there was another person besides Wes. Who was that? Who was that just talked? Oh, man. Are you copying that, Mike?
I'm not.
Oh, wow. I'm having trouble. Anybody else copying that? Because I think it was Kilo Quebec 4, but I didn't catch the last digits.
It's Ken in Portland. WB0NOO.
Ken in Portland. I think I might have talked to him before. We're having really good conditions to the south, but not to the north. Kilo Quebec 4. What was the last three digits there, Mark?
Ken, give me your call again. I'll write it down. Kilo Quebec 4, Golf Papa Sierra.
Oh, very good. Yeah, it's funny. I could clearly hear through the noise Kilo Quebec 4, but found the Golf Papa Sierra. It just got noisy where it was undiscernible. Anyway, glad you're in there, Ken. And he's in Portland. Good to have you in there. I wish the conditions were a little better or your antenna were a little higher. So good to have you in there, though. Appreciate you being there. Wes, can you come back again? You're on the HT, I think, aren't you?
Yes, I am. And I hear Mark, I heard Michael. Of course, I hear you. I'm not far from the hospital. About what? KE4TWI.
Very good. That's KE4TWI on an HT up in northeast Mount Juliet. Who else?
WY4G.
Hey, Jeff, everything okay on your end of the world?
Oh, yeah. So far, so good. Not too much to complain about, but I tell you, anyone doing good anyway. But I've been up since about 4:03 this morning, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a night.
Yeah, whatever happened to that craze that was going on some years ago with a primal scream, let out all your frustrations?
I don't know, I've never heard of that, dude. If I don't let out my frustrations, I go to rifle range.
Yeah, very, very good. It's a good way to do it. That is a good way to do it. Either get one of those punching bags.
Yeah, I'd rather burn some powder, shoot a few Mac clips of 45, 1911, 45 ACP, something like that. It kind of, lets all the built up frustrations just flow on out the end of the muzzle.
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah, as long as you're wearing a headgear to keep because that 45 will definitely blast your ears.
I know, yeah. I wear earring and eye protection, so it's fun to shoot. I enjoy it.
Which 45 do you have?
The one I use is the one I have is a Springfield Armory full option. The only thing that doesn't have on it is a bevel magazine well. Other than that, I mean, that thing, it's accurate, for what it is.
Oh yeah, no, those are often maligned, the 45s, the high quality 45s. I have a Colt Commander, and so people who are good at it can really hit the mark.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice, get used to 45 ACP, but it's I shot ICP with it, so what is it? IPSC with it before. I used to do that back in the 90s. So I'm kind of, accustomed to what it will do.
Ah, very good. You're probably more experienced than I am at it. Anything else for the net?
That's about it. I'm going to go ahead and just call it night, drift off to sleep because I'm getting fatigued now. So I'll go let you continue on WY14.
All right, very good. We're going to do a virtual check-in on the other nets. That was Jeff, and he's in Madison, Whiskey, Yankee, 4 Golf. Who else is short on time, mobile, or first-time check-in?
Kilo November 4, Echo Whiskey Tango mobile.
Hey, how you doing, Thomas?
Hey, you got my name this time. I'm doing well, sir. How about yourself?
No, I'm doing pretty good for an old man. Now I have to, like I said, when there's somebody relatively new to the net, or when I hear them on the air, the first couple of times I have to give it sometimes longer thought than necessary, and I just ask. But then I get it right, and I usually get it right after a while. I mean, we've been some of the guys I've been talking to have been. I hear them at least twice a week for the last 10 years, so it's easy for me to remember those guys.
I understand. I'm just, I'm out here delivering pizzas and playing radio.
And contributing to the economic system, aren't you? All right, well, very good, Thomas. Appreciate you being out there. That's Thomas. He's mobile over in Lebanon area in Wilson County, Kilo November 4, Echo Whiskey Tango. Delivering the pizzas. That might be a euphemism for, I don't know what. I guess just delivering pizzas. Who else is mobile first time or, mobile, first time check-in or short on time? Anybody? Oh, that was almost everybody. Anyway, we're going to go for starting from the north then. Who's up from the north? Mark, you want to start?
Yep, WB0 in the world. Good evening. You sound good as usual.
Oh, yeah, you sound great. Broadcast quality there, Mark.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I was here in Portland just fine. I guess that 5 miles makes a difference.
Well, yeah, it just trails off. I'm often reminded how crappy we accepted even broadcast audio back in the 50s, 60s.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a lot better now than, of course, it was. But, some of those ancient old microphones were doing their job. It was the other stuff that had problems.
Well, AM had its problems for sure, and then I was really excited about. Now you're a little older than me, but when they allowed FM broadcast to be commercial, and that was probably I'm going to guess and say 65 maybe. I was thrilled to death to have top 40 stations on FM.
Yep. Yeah, I remember my car at the time, of course, just had an AM radio, and we'd buy little $10 FM converters that would plug in. They worked pretty good.
I didn't even know those existed. I did have reverb though. I put on it.
Oh yeah, you hit a bump and go bong.
Yeah, I thought it was cool having reverb. I did have 2 speakers, one in the front and one in the back. I put this back speaker in all by myself.
Wow. Well, those were the days. Now they got 25 speakers in a car. And I'm not sure it sounds any better. But anyway, I don't really have anything for the net, so I'll let you carry on and get to the important people.
Okay, we're done then. That was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar, and he's in northwest. He's up by the beach, by the Cumberland, north Mount Juliet. Who else is north?
Kitty Poor John.
Hello, Mr. Danny. What's up?
Oh, no, all right. Just went to the ham fest this morning and been putting up more trim.
You're supposed to finish the trim first, then you go to the ham fest. Isn't that what your XYL told you?
No. I do what I want.
I know she's not in the room with you.
No, but I did come home and put up more trim.
Excellent. Is it looking good?
It's looking good. I actually got more trim than I thought I had, but I got the living room's done, the dining room, the kitchen, and down the hallway. Now I got to decide if I want to do any of the off bedrooms. I don't know if I want to or not.
Well, don't do too much. She'll expect it all the time.
Oh, I know it.
I mean to tell you, my current wife, I've been married now for, we're in our 14th year of marriage. Very happy, I might say. And she knows that I've been married twice before. And some of the things I did when I was young, in terms of, I mean, oh man, the stuff I did around in the house of putting up sheetrock, and I wired a whole structure, a 2,000 square foot house, and all these things I did. I wouldn't want to do that now to save my life. And she says I'm jealous. I said, well, I'll do what I can.
Oh, I hear you. This year we're going on our 40th year.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's great. So you got married 40th year. That takes you to 85?
Yep, May of '85.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you're it's good. Even I want to say the worst of marriages, but even marriages that are, they usually have I don't know, they're mature. I guess I want to say they're mature, and people are used to each other, and I presume they love each other. Otherwise, they'd be screaming and yelling at each other all the time.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we've been together so long now, she knows what I'm going to do and not do and when I'm going to do it.
Yeah, and then she can't do anything about it anyway.
That's right.
Well, there's an old joke about that. Quickly said, the guy says, he goes to his wife and he says, honey, I want to go, if you don't mind, I want to go and spend a little time with the boys, go out and have a couple of beers, please, 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 please. And she says yes. Then he goes out to his boys. He goes, I told her I come home when I feel like it.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Anyway, all right, that was Danny. Anything else?
That's it. I'll catch you on the next one.
All right, that's Danny, Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November, the king of GMRS. That's what he is at the moment. That's Kilo Delta 4 Golf Oscar November. Who else is North?
KB9 RKK.
Hey, it was nice to see you today there, Frank.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Yeah, I guess we were too loud again.
Why, did we get kicked out?
No, they closed the door.
Oh, that's pretty normal, though. That's pretty normal. They normally do like to close the door. I'm not sure. It's the Republicans. It's secret.
Okay. No, it was cool. Yeah, had I stayed pretty late, but yeah, I got that call and I had to go.
Oh yeah, we jumped out of there just after you left. If you left, it wasn't worth staying.
Oh, I see. And it was good to see Rick and Jack there. Last time I missed him because I guess he had car trouble.
Yeah, that's right. So did you get your guy resolved? His problems resolved up where it was, Virginia?
He was in Pennsylvania, and he was a nice guy, but I don't know, man. Yeah, I guessed exactly right that he didn't know what it was and all that stuff, but he got the service guy out there. The service guy calls me. I call him back 5 times because he doesn't see the number. He didn't answer. So I guess he doesn't want it fixed.
Oh, wow. Well, he might have resolved it.
Yeah, sometimes they call, they panic, or it's the first thing. It's like a reaction. Oh, I'm going to call tech support. And then they're like, oh, well, I figured it out.
Yeah, I've been down that road a number of times. They call tech support, and then when you tell them what it probably is, they go, oh, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes they're like, oh, I got to do all that. I'm going to reschedule.
Yeah, well, it'll wait till next week.
Yeah, but no, I got nothing else other than I couldn't. I'll mention it. I could barely make out Portland, so yeah, it most definitely got a good path to Mark's place there.
Yeah, like I said, I could only hear the first 3 letters, KG4 and Kilo Quebec 4. It was just funny to me. Each time he said it, I couldn't hear the last 3 letters. It was just intrigues me how it could get so. It's like it runs out of steam at the last 3 letters.
Either the hearing or the radio or just the phonetics. But yeah, I had the same issue. I had to crank it all the way up and I could just make it out, but then Mark made it out. So, but that goes to show you, that you don't know till you try. And like, I cannot hear Rick at all. 0, nothing. I used to be able to talk to him and hear him. Can't do it at all anymore.
Yeah, I get it. Well, very good. That was Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. He's in Northwest Mount Juliet, almost as far west as you can go. A great signal, by the way, Frank, as always. Who else is north? North or west? Hold on, there was two parties in there, but I got Jack. Jack, what's going on? Jack in Nashville. It's a different Jack today.
It was good to see everybody at breakfast this morning. It was a good turnout.
Oh yeah, we had a good time. It's always a good time, usually even if two of us show up.
That's true. We do serve up, save. We correct all the world's problems.
Except our own.
That's right.
Anyway, anything else from that, Jack?
No, thanks for doing it. Appreciate it. See you on the next one. KG4 LB.
All right, that's Jack. Kilo Golf 4, India, Lima Victor, Nashville Metro. The north, kind of the northeast, kind of. Who else is west?
Kilo, that's 4 Victor Echo.
Okay, there was two in there. I'm sorry. I think I probably missed that second person when Jack was in there. But that was Greg. Very good, Greg. Everything okay on your end? You still sure that choking guy is faking it, huh?
That whole thing was so fishy. From the beginning, within the first few seconds, the guy in cuffs looked at the camera twice. There's no any video, just any dash cam has data like the time of day and the date and the unit. Anyway, the whole thing was so fishy.
Yeah, I wasn't even paying that much attention to it. I'm glad you pointed it out, though. It was a little fishy the way it was laid out. I'll have to send it out to the group and they can make a decision because I'm pretty sure you're right. Anyway, everything going all right down there today? I missed it. We missed the end of that conversation. We all went out to do something.
Okay.
Well, I was going to tell you something, but I don't remember what it was, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, I remember what it was.
Okay. Well, then you probably know what I was going to say.
I do. I do.
Very good. That's Greg, and he's also in Antioch's in the Cumberland. Antioch is in Nashville Metro, isn't it? It's really not a city, is it?
It's Nashville. It's the community in Nashville.
It's the one that the Nashville avoids and doesn't have to bother with.
It's kind of like, I think Hermitage is also Nashville.
Oh yeah, no, they all are. They're just I guess they call them neighborhoods. You know, they used to be all separate cities, separate towns or villages or cities or something. Anyway, that was Greg, Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, and he's in Antioch, which is south of Nashville, southeast of Nashville. Who else is, in case somebody doesn't know that, I think everybody knows it. Who else is west? It's Ryan, correct? And the call was, I forget.
Yep, that's correct.
And your call is what? I'm sorry.
KA4RLW.
Very good. Yeah, I've got to get used to that call, KA4. I don't hear too many KAs. When did you get your license, if you don't mind me asking?
Back in December, last part of December.
Oh, that's right. So they moved back to the A already. Okay, now I can understand why it's there. All right. Somebody tell me, did they stop at Quebec and they went back to A?
No, I've got a vanity call sign.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. Because it's rare to see a KA, at least from my memory, and it's not always that good. So, well, very good. And obviously, the RLWs are your initials.
That's correct.
Oh, very good. Yeah, we talked about that. So you're doing all right? And which antenna are you still using there? I think it was a short one, as I recall.
Yeah, just got a little handheld still going. I've got an actual space station coming next week, so hopefully I'll be able to hear everybody more, and everybody will hear me a little bit better next week.
Oh yeah, no, it's always good to be heard. I mean, that's the beauty of me having this doing out on YouTube. That way, people can hear if they can't hear you on their antennas, they can hear you on YouTube. So yeah, it's good to have you in there, Ryan. I look forward to it improves. I can hear you real well, so it's not a problem for me. It's just going to be a problem for other people.
Well, sounds good. I'm glad to be here.
Well, very good, Ryan. Yeah, stop over in because you're in Hermitage, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, you got to stop over at the breakfast we have every Saturday morning over at Golden Corral.
Yeah, I saw that email this morning, and I was going to go, but I had a sick kid last night. I didn't want to bring anything over to anybody.
Oh, yeah. How old's your child?
That was my youngest. He's 5.
Oh boy, 5, boy. You know, the youngest the youngest son I have, 5 years would have been 1990.
Well, 1990, that's the year I was born.
Oh wow, that's great. Yeah, when you get old, everything starts to change. Your perspective on years gone by. I mean, it's just funny to me. I mean, I'm going to be 76 in a couple of months, and my youngest boy is let's see, he's 26. He'll be no, he's already 39. He'll be 40 next year. I think that's true. Anyway, because the oldest is 55. Anyway, good to have you in there, Ryan. That's Ryan, and that's in Hermitage. Looking forward to you at the breakfast. I hope your son gets better. That's Kilo Alpha for Romeo Lima Whiskey. Relatively new to ham radio. You know, that was from earlier this year, or December, I think he said. Who else is West?
KO4 OTV.
Man, you got a big signal today there, Joel.
Oh, good. Yeah, you sound well up here.
Oh, good. Yeah, we had it was somebody else earlier today. It was really a good. Although it was funny, I had that station from Portland. I could barely hear.
Well, you know, that's still a pretty good stretch from here, even.
Oh yeah, no, it is absolutely everything. I'm glad you sent out that thing. I have not looked at, but I'm pretty sure I saw that a while ago. I haven't looked at it yet though, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that. It's. I'm surprised that he doesn't allow people on his property, does he?
No, but you know what caught my eye while I was looking at it on Google Maps was the little small, it's like a little airfield right not far from it, and that's kind of how I found it. And she was talking about it, you know, we were riding down through there, and I said, well, on my way back, I'm going to get home and look on Google, because we saw all these barges lined up on the Cumberland today, and we were like, what the heck is going on? So we drove all the way down to the dam, and we saw several all the way there. Because you ride right beside it going down that road. It seemed like every I don't know, a couple hundred yards was another barge sitting on it, and I've never seen that before. And we get all the way to the dam, and one of the tugs looks like it's sitting sideways in the lock. And I don't know if it was stuck in there or they're doing construction. It kind of looked like a little bit of both. I don't know what the heck was going on, but it had a whole line of barges that I've never seen before lined up all the way down to Cumberland, and that's kind of the reason why we were down there.
It's probably a protest against Elon.
Yeah, they had a couple of Tesla trucks on that one.
No, that's interesting. I've never gone. I've seen the barges on occasion in my travels or seen it on the web, but it's just fascinating how many. Because you know, as you know, I grew up just down the street from the Niagara River. We didn't have any barges, nothing. Well, we had just pleasure craft. That was it. Nothing but pleasure craft.
Let's watch the cars.
Nothing. It was all just pleasure craft, and it was nice. I mean, it's a nice big river. It's about the same width as the Cumberland is right up north of me. You know, between here and Hermitage. I mean, here in Hendersonville.
Well, you know, it's real pretty out here in Houston County, and that river is so gross coming out of Nashville. We used to go skiing in it back in the day, and now I wouldn't dare get in it. It's sad that, you know, all that, every time it floods or get a lot of rain, we get all that wash down there, and I hate even looking down through there. It's beautiful, you know, even in the summer if it's not flooding, you know, the water levels are kind of normal. You know, the river doesn't look that bad, but I still know where it comes from.
Well, just keep in mind that it's the mess you get when you wash down all the bums.
Yeah, pretty much. It's so bad that they have signs down there at the dam to not eat certain fish because of high mercury.
Yeah, well, that's not too surprising coming out of any major municipality. I know that when I was in the Hudson River, only like 50 years ago. Actually, it was about 55 years ago. When I was in the Navy, we went to New York City, and that Hudson River looks pretty from the air, but it ain't pretty when you get in it. It's got every imagine. I was expecting bodies to be floating down there.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. That's a fact. I mean, I hear stuff all the time down here at the river, and you know, bodies washing up on that dam. So it's definitely not unheard of.
No, well, it's a pity, really. I mean, we had those problems on the Niagara River, and every river has those problems, or somebody gets drunk, or they're getting an accident, and nobody knows it. They're on a jet ski or something, and they die, and it's unfortunate, but that's the risks and hazards of living on the water, you know.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, we had a guy. It was a stepson and him ran out into a barge last summer down here, and if I'm not mistaken, it killed them both.
Yep. Yep. Nah, it's like I said, it's actually, and sometimes I think boating is more dangerous than driving around, driving around in a car, just because the obvious. In fact, I get really, I don't know, upset's not the right word. I'll begin to wonder about people's brains that go out messing around on a high-speed craft and not wear a life jacket, and then they drown because they wreck the boat and they either get knocked out or they're unable to swim long enough or what. It's just funny. Just wear a frickin' life preserver.
Alcohol.
And the alcohol absolutely helps.
And those brakes don't work as well either.
Yeah, I think I told you guys that I was thrilled. Not thrilled, it's not the right word. I was astonished because it does. Any ship, it takes like forever to stop. Any boat, it takes forever. That those Arleigh Burke destroyers, if you look it up, Arleigh Burke, they're about 500 and something, between 500 and 600 feet long, and they're gas turbine electric drive, to those big propellers, and they're variable pitch propellers, and they can actually bring those to a stop from full speed of about 36 knots within the length of the ship, about 500 something feet. In 500 feet, they can make it stop.
That's pretty impressive. And, those tugs got that type of thrust where they can spin it wherever they want to. Because they were parked, I've got a video of them today. I mean, they were parked up in the weeds, man. It was crazy how far up on the bank they were. But they can push that whole barge right back on out there.
Yeah, I sometimes, I don't know if I've ever seen a tug out of the water, but their props seem disproportionate to the tug size.
Oh yeah. And they're pushing like, I don't know, 6,000 horsepower or something crazy.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I know a guy when I lived in Tampa. He worked as a, I'm not sure what they called it on the tugs, on one of those ocean tugs that pushed barges across the Gulf. He'd go up the Mississippi and bring back tugs with coal on them or whatever, and bring it back to Tampa for the electric utility. And he said, what a pain in the neck that was in the engine room, because that's what he did. He was down there doing the engine work and monitoring the plant. And he says, in heavy seas, man, that was not fun.
Yeah, doing it in a river's got to be much easier and calmer than that. And it's and the heat that they build up from. I mean, you got to think, man. Even out on these rivers, they're pushing 9, 12, big large barges, and 3 wide, 4 deep, however they are. I mean, some of them are massive, and it's amazing they can even move that much weight.
Yeah, it takes them a little bit to get going, I bet you.
Oh, no doubt, especially upstream.
Oh, I'll bet that's right. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Joel?
Nope, that's it for me. I'll get you on the next one. KO4 OTV. Back to net.
Yep, that's Joel in west of Ashland City. KO4 OTV. Who else is west?
KC4 TNQ.
Hello, Charles. You doing any good over there?
No, not doing good at all. But anyway, I'm going to act dumb. What was the help at today?
Cave City, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't have went that far anyway. But the only thing I need is a GMRS radio anyway.
Yeah. Everybody's trying to work in that direction. In fact, I got to do some more action to get my antenna working. So, but everything going good for you?
Everything's just great. Glad I'm picking you up. Sorry I missed the DMR net. I got occupied with something else. I was looking at right at the clock, and I didn't believe what it was saying.
Yeah. Sometimes fortunately, I put in my phone all of the nets, the timing, so it reminds me 10 minutes. It actually reminds me 30 minutes before the net, and then 10 minutes before the net.
Yeah, well, I've seen that, but I was sitting there fiddling. I thought about doing a little contest tonight, but I changed my mind. I'm having issues with my computer. It won't pull up the frequency, so I just said forget it.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, computer. So I was doing some of that with mine as well. I had my main desktop computer. The graphics card stopped working, and it's so old I can't even find a replacement for it.
Yeah, well, I'm using a laptop, and I got 2 different radios, and one of them requires a different setup and wiring, and it's all, man. I can't, and it's been so long I can't remember what the settings
about it, and I can sit back and listen. But anyway, everyone have a good evening. I'll let you get on with it. KC4, thank you.
Very good. That's Charles in West Nashville. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. We've got a great signal as well. Who else? We had pretty good conditions tonight. Who else is west? West or south?
KF4, KFQ.
And when did you say you were going downtown to the Performing Arts Center?
Yep, they had a script show.
Strip show?
Yeah, why not?
Well, that would be a little bit of a stretch for the Performing Arts Center, I'd say.
Hey, we got to broaden our horizons. No, we went to see Mamma Mia.
Did it go okay?
Yeah, I mean, I wrote about it.
I didn't see it yet. That's why I asked.
Yeah, it wasn't the best show I've ever seen, but yeah, I mean, it was nice.
Yeah, and was it one of the? It wasn't a local production of it. It was the National Roving Crew.
Yeah, that would be a good description. Roving, yes.
I'm not sure what they call it. The traveling. I don't know what they call those groups. When they do a whole nationwide tour.
Road show.
I guess. But they put them all on the bus, do they?
Yeah, I guess. But anyway, yeah, it was. We had a good afternoon. We went with a friend, and she doesn't get to go to these sorts of things, so it was more fun watching her with a big grin on her face than sometimes than just sitting there watching the show. She was more entertaining than the show was.
She doesn't get out much, then I take it.
Yeah, Nashville is kind of scary.
I would say it's scary to a lot of people, especially to, I would say more so for women, but it's scary in general at times.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Anyway, no, it was fun at breakfast today, and what can I say? Tomorrow's another day.
That it is. Couldn't be more obvious. It should be another day. We're not sure until it gets here. That was Tony, KF4, KFQ, and he's in Smyrna. Who else is south? Very good. Your signal is better on C4 FM than it is here on FM on this frequency. Very good. That is Larry. He's in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. He does the DMR net the D-Star net at 7:15 on Saturday night. So don't hesitate to jump on there. We've been hanging at 4, 5, and 6 people every now and then. But we need some more D-Star check-ins. If you can bring yourself to an HT will work because one of us will hear you. Anyway, who else is south? South or east?
KM4YRF.
Very good. We got Michael, KM4YRF. But you're back up to full speed today, did you say?
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far as to say full speed, but I'm back up and going.
Well, between you and your brother, if you put yourself together, is it full speed? Got to put additive here. No, yeah, I didn't realize his shoulder was bothering him today. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, he was kind of in some pain today, and he just couldn't last long.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's because he's a non-hacker. That's why.
Yeah, I reckon.
I'm telling you, painful conditions make for when you can't get comfortable and you got pain, that's a problem.
Absolutely. Been there, done that, got the T-shirt.
Yeah, I got the wet pants too.
I've got nothing else, Paul. Back to net control.
Very good. That's Mike. Kilo Mike for Yankee, Romeo Foxtrot, and he is here in Mount Juliet. He's the one that fills in for me, which is why I wanted to remind, well, not remind, but I want to say again my thanks for him covering for me on Wednesday night, which I wasn't doing too well, but also it was my wife's day off, so we took time to do some things, like going out to eat and messing around. Anyway, again, thank you, Michael. Who else is east? Hello, Stan. You didn't go to the Hamfest today?
No, I didn't, Paul.
Well, that means you don't need anything?
Yeah, I got waking anything up already.
Yeah, don't we? Do you know a ham who's been in in a few years that doesn't have too many things?
No, I can't say those things.
No, it's amazing the things we collect. And it unfortunately, it also, for most hams, it means collecting ham equipment as well as computer equipment.
Yeah, this is true.
Anyway, everything going all right though for you though?
Well, pretty good, Paul. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. As I get older here, gets discouraging at times. I never feel like I get enough sleep, but I'm getting along pretty good. Anyway, anything else, Dan?
No, that's all, Paul. I won't hold you up. Back to net. KM4HQE.
Very good. That's Stan in Lebanon. Kilo Mike 4 Hotel, Quebec Echo. Who else is east? Need another one east. No more east. All right. Any place, anywhere, please come now. Well, you know where we're headed. We're headed into the territory of the dilly-dalliers, and we're looking for these people now. Whoever wants to check in and identify in any of these categories. Dilly-dalliers, spuddlers, landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackers, repeater kachunkers, shape-shifting lizard people, moon landing deniers, moon occupied by aliens denier, people who live on the backside of the moon theorists, maybe they're conspiracy theorists, flat earthers and the flat earth deniers, the flat earth and also the scanner listeners, SDR donglers, preppers, and last but not least, end time survivalists. Any of those checking in?
Okay, when it's PD.
You never fail to disappoint, even though that was your New Year's resolution. How you doing, Scott?
I've never lived through a solid year with one.
No, mine lasts usually till the day after. The only one that was worth a dang that I did as a New Year's resolution was I quit smoking the first week of back in 1989 of January, and thankfully I've never gone back to smoking. So that was probably my biggest and only one I kept.
Yeah, that's a bit of an enemy of mine. I don't go for that garb anyway. If you're going to do something, just do it.
Oh, I agree. I'm not if you're going to want to quit, it's certainly not going to wait till January 1st to make that promise.
Yeah. I heard y'all talking about AM and FM broadcasts back in the 60s. My father bought a big console stereo record player, and it had an AM/FM tuner in it, and he wouldn't pay the extra $20 back then. That's probably about 64, 65 maybe, to get the FM stereo. And he said, "How come, Dad?" He goes, "Well, there's only 2 FM stereo stations in all of New York City."
Oh, wow. Yeah, but it got to the point where AM/FM radios with stereo were pretty darn cheap.
Yeah, and the other side, I don't know who it was, talking about the FM converter. You tuned in a AM station on your radio, and you had FM radio in your car.
I don't remember ever seeing those. I must have been, we were at the wrong end of the earth for that one.
Yeah, probably so.
Huh, an FM converter. Did not know. I know I had a friend of my family's who gave me a car radio because for some reason I said I'd like to have a car radio, just play with it. And he pulled one. I don't even know what car he pulled out of, but the radio was actually, all radios I can remember for the longest time were horizontally mounted in a car. Well, this one, since I never saw it in the car, he took it out and he gave it to my mother. My mother gave it to me, and it was vertical. It had a vertical alignment. Did you ever see a radio in a car that was vertical? I'll take that as a no. Did I lose you, Scott? Yeah, Scott didn't want to talk to me anymore anyway. We got anybody else out there besides Scott? That was Scott. Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta, and he's in Laverne. Is there anybody else out there? And we're going to move on to 446 415. I heard somebody give me a blast. Who was that? Is there somebody out there? Alrighty, I'm not hearing it. I did hear somebody come on there. I don't know who that was. Anybody else copy what that was? guess I'll take that as a no. All right, well, we're going to go over to 446, 415, unless I hear a complaint in the next few seconds. K4PEW.
Isn't that our wind frequency?
No, we actually need to go to dang. I'll get my frequencies right here. What is our 144, excuse me, 144, 240. I had to straighten out my brain there to get it done. 144, 240 is where we're going to go upper sideband. Thanks for that reminder there. I had it written down in the wrong place here. 144, 240, everybody hear that? All right, I can't take a poll now, but 144, 240, we'll see you there. K4, PEW. See how quickly I can go to it, but I can't remember it. That's 144, 240. This is K4 PEW. Looking for check-ins on here on 144, 240. Any place, anywhere, please come down.
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. We got Greg in Antioch, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo. Who else? All right, KD4 GON, a nice signal out of Station Camp. That's yeah, Danny. Who else is any place?
KM4YRF.
Very good. KM4YRF, and that's Michael in here in Mount Juliet. Who else? All right, we got two in there right on top of each other, but heard them very well. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor, and Jack and Donald in Nashville Metro, and and I had Tony KF4 KFQ with a nice big signal. Who else is out there?
Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo.
Oh yeah, real nice beefy bass audio on your signal there, Frank.
Okay.
No, it sounds good. It really does. Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo, and he's here in Northwest Wilson or Northwest Mount Juliet. Who else?
Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec.
Yeah, there's another good signal. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. That's Charles in West Nashville. Who else? Anybody, any place? Oh, we normally get 9, so I'm going to put down a fake name here. Where's it? Because we got 8. Anybody else? Yeah, it doesn't sound bad at all. I mean, 2 meters sounded great. You know, I mean, the FM sounded terrific. All right, we're going to move on now. We had 8 in there, and appreciate everybody being there. It's 144.240, and we're going to move over to 50.135, so we'll see you there. 50.135, K4 PEW. Very good. Here I am, K4 PEW on 50.135, looking for check-ins from, well, anywhere on 6 meters. We're only going to get a few.
KM4YRF.
Very good. KM4YRF. That's Michael here in Mount Juliet. Who else? Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo. That's Frank here in Mount Juliet. Who else? Anybody else? Very good. We got Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor. A little low, but still very readable. That's Greg in Antioch. Who else? Yep, good signal there from Charles as well. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec in West Nashville. Who else? All right, we got Jack in there. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Anybody else? Nobody else? Does anybody copy? I can hear some voices way in the background, but I don't think they're part of our territory here. Anybody hear them? I wonder why Stan doesn't check in, because I know he had some antennas for this frequency, so I expect to hear from Stan. All right, very good. We ended up with 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 50.135. Is that all we got?
Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor.
Oh, we out bleeding the lizard or what? Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah. Very good. That makes 7 of us. That's terrific. All right, very good. That was Joel in the West Ashland City. Kilo Oscar Kilo Oscar 4 Oscar Tango Victor. Anybody else? Very good. We had 7 in there, and we'll see you over there on the secret frequency. You'll know where it is. 223.415. All right. See you then. Appreciate you being there. All righty. It's K4PW.